Okay, so Ben Severson, take one. Hi, Marie. Come on in.
Hi.
Go ahead and have a seat right over here. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm really glad that you could come today. Thank you. So I see here that you wanted to come in and okay, so I guess I didn't introduce myself. I should introduce myself. My name's Ben. I'm the counselor here at the Student Counseling Center. I see that you wanted to come in today to talk about some things. Before we get down to that, I know you just did some paperwork out in the other room, but I have a little bit more paperwork for you. So I'm going to kind of talk to you about it a little bit as we go through it, so that you know what you're looking at. So the first one here is HIPAA, and HIPAA regards your file as a medical file. And that's important because of confidentiality. So if you want to go ahead and take a look at that. So basically what that means is that anything we talk about stays right here. So by law, I can't actually divulge anything that we talk about in this office or anything that's in your file unless you actually sign a release of information. So. Okay, go ahead and hang on to the clipboard. This one is going to let you know that there are a couple of instances where I would ever have to breach confidentiality. And those would be situations such as if you came into my office and had a medical emergency, like you had a seizure or a heart attack, I would have to call 911 or the EMTs, and then they would find out that you're in my office without you actually signing a release of information. Similarly, if I were to witness you committing a crime on the premises, I'd have to report that to the police. Also, if you were to threaten myself or another employee, I'd have to report that. If you tell me that you're planning on harming or killing someone, or that you have a plan to commit suicide, or you're engaged in self-harm, at the very least I've got to talk to my supervisor, but it is required of me to report that. So this one is going to let you know that here at the Counseling Center, we protect and promote your rights to the fullest extent of the law. We have a non-discrimination policy in place, of course. You have a right to individual dignity and be respected at all times here at the Counseling Center. You have a right to treatment. All registered USD students receive all the services here free of financial burden. You have a right to quality treatment, privacy, and confidentiality. And we talked about confidentiality a little bit, but I'd also point out that our database is completely separate. So somebody that works in like the business office or the registrars can't actually pull your name up and see that you've been a client here. You have a right to report grievances. If you have a complaint or concern about the Counseling Center, you can talk to my supervisor, Deborah Robertson, or Kim Grieve. And as far as your responsibilities go, we do ask that if you miss an appointment, that you contact us and reschedule it. We do send email reminders, but we generally don't track students down. All right, fantastic. Okay, Marie. So you contacted the Counseling Center because you wanted to come in and talk a little bit. Why don't you tell me more about that?
Well, I'm feeling pretty stressed out from school, I guess, and I'm feeling pretty anxious. It's the end of the semester, and I feel like I have a lot of stuff to do in a short amount of time, and yeah, I guess so. It's just stress and anxiety.
Yeah, we're pretty much to the end of the semester. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. I went home and, family came over and we watched football and drank some beers and just hung out like usual.
Do you have a big family?
Oh yeah, a lot of guys. So they like to sit around and drink beer and watch the game.
I see. I didn't see the game. Who was playing?
The Bears and the Colts.
Oh. And who won?
I have no idea.
Oh. You didn't watch the game?
No, not really.
Okay, well that's okay. I don't usually watch football either. So, but did you have some good turkey?
Oh yeah, food was great.
A Lots of food to eat.
Yes.
Awesome.
Tons. Yeah.
It's good to have a little break, isn't it?
It's really nice. Yeah.
So what? How many credit hours are you taking?
12.
12.
No.
That's
14.
14.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good load. What are you majoring in?
Neuroscience. No.
Okay.
Basic biomedical sciences.
Basic biomedical. Okay, so that's similar to neuroscience, kind of.
There are many disciplines you can go into. It can be a pre-med program or occupational therapy or
Okay. Well, what do you think? What do you think you want to use that for?
I work in a neuroscience lab, so
Oh, so you already work in a lab.
I do.
Okay, well that's pretty cool. So tell me about your classes. Which is the toughest class for you?
Neurobiology is the hardest class.
Okay. How do you think you're doing in it so far?
I don't know. I think I might maybe have a C.
You think you got about a C in it?
Yeah, which isn't great because, I wanted an A at the beginning of the semester, and it's kind of just gotten a little more difficult as the time has passed, and now I only have 2 exams left, and I don't know if I can bring my grade up that much.
Sure. So what kind of grades do you usually get?
I usually get B's.
B's? Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't shoot for like all A's, you're not a perfectionist or anything?
No, I have more realistic expectations.
Okay. Well, that sounds good. So, tell me more about this C. What's so troubling about it?
Well, it's not good enough.
Okay. Are there specific things about the class that are really bothering you?
Well, no, not really. It's just there's so much material.
Sure.
There's like 10 chapters on every exam, and that's a lot. And you just don't know what exactly they're gonna ask on the exam, so you have to know every detail.
Yeah. What kind of tests are they?
About 40 questions are, maybe 30 questions are multiple choice, and the rest is short answer.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, those are kind of tough. Have you reached out to your professor much?
Yeah, I have met with him several times. And
Sometimes that helps.
yeah, he's kind of helpful.
I found that a lot of the professors are really open to, they're really approachable. So
Yeah.
sometimes it's really good to, even if you're not even if you're not doing terrible, just to kind of go up and like introduce yourself so they get a little FaceTime with you. So if you do need some help later on in the semester, that you're able to like access that. So Marie, tell me more about when you study. Where do you usually study at?
I usually study with my friends. I have a roommate in my apartment, and she's usually got her boyfriend over, and I just kind of stay away from there a little more often than I'd like. It's kind of annoying that there's always like some other people in the house, so I just go over to my friend's house and we study and hang out and usually eat meals and stuff over there too.
So it sounds like your roommate has company over quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not always people that are maybe interested in getting homework done?
Right.
I see. So you do have some good friends though that you like to study with, and it sounds like you socialize with them a little bit too, you eat with them?
Yes.
Okay. Do you do the studying at, where do they live?
There's 3 other gals that have a house with a huge kitchen, so we sit at the kitchen table usually and study, and talk and eat and whatever.
Sure. And that's pretty effective?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, so these friends that you study with, and you get together, you get to do a little socializing with them too, right? And make some meals and things like that. What else? Let me ask you a question. Let me back up a little bit. So, Marie, are these friends of yours? Are they friends that you also drink with? Do
Yes.
you go out and drink?
Yeah, we go out on the weekends.
Okay. Well, you mentioned you drank beer with your family. Do you drink with your friends?
Yeah.
And you're a little bit older, right? How much older? How old are your friends?
I'm probably like 3 years older than they are.
Okay. So are they 21 yet?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's one of those things. It's kind of important to remember. If you're 21 and your friends aren't 21 yet, then there's always that possibility that you can get in trouble for contributing to the delinquency of minors. It's kind of one of those things you gotta remember.
Oh yeah, everyone's over 21 for
Okay.
sure.
All right. I wasn't 100% sure. So when you do study, do you drink while you study?
Sometimes. Yeah.
Okay. And do you find that you get more stuff done when you're not drinking, or when after you've had a few drinks?
Well, it kind of depends, I guess. I think when it's like when I have a paper due or a project due or there's an exam coming up, then we kind of study for longer periods of time, and that's when we usually don't drink. We just study really hard and kind of crunch,
Okay.
condense
How
it.
often do you get together with your friends? You said you're over there quite a bit.
Yeah, I'd say 4 nights a week,
Okay.
probably.
4 nights a week. And generally, what nights do you usually go over there?
Probably like Wednesday through Tuesday through Saturday.
Sure.
Tuesday through Saturday.
And
It varies.
so, do you find that the nights that you drink are those generally the weekend nights?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you get together to socialize, or are you getting together to study?
Usually on the weekends we're socializing.
Okay.
Don't get much studying done on the weekends.
Sure.